So we're gonna do some half guard today and some details of the half guard, guys. Okay. So generally, the key thing, guys, the battle is the battle for underhook. Okay. Crossface, even if he's got crossface on me, if I've got underhook, then I can start working stuff even with a crossface. But if he's got an underhook on me, I need to get this underhook back if I'm gonna do anything. Okay, guys. So the first thing, guys, okay, is I'm just gonna protect this, prevent the crossface. I don't want him to lock his hands up. Okay, here now it starts getting much more complicated for me. I want to stay on my side, guys. And what I'm going to do is that even if he's heavy on me here, okay, what we're going to do, we're going to just bridge, and we're going to bridge our bicep into his, just above his ear, guys, okay? So we're going to lift our hips up, a big bridge, and then we're going to just slide our elbow in, and we go here, okay? So instead of trying to re-pummel back using this, I need to create space. And I'm not going to create space just using my arm. I've got to use my hips. Big, strong bridge. I've got to look towards where my finger is pointing, and then I close this down, and now we're here with this underhook, okay? Last time. Here, big bridge, like so, okay? Now Cole's gonna bridge back, so he's gonna pummel back with the elbow down here, and then he's gonna do this, okay, guys? So lift, like so. We're going to control, try and hide my head, but I've got to give him a little bit of space for him to pummel this back, okay? 1, 2, here. Get used to getting your ear on his belly and pulling him over you. And then I'll give him a little bit of space for him to pummel back, okay? So we're just going to do that for 3 minutes, guys. Let's get you used to this and driving this down using your hips, not just your arms to do that, okay? 1, 2. So it's much harder for me to do anything guard-wise in this position. I need to try and get some structure, guys. And I don't want him heavy on this side. If he's super heavy on this side, it's going to be really hard for me. So what I need to do is just need to drive him over. So the bicep pushes into his head so he gets heavy here. Okay? So now when I drive my elbow in, I do it as a whole unit. I come in and I've got structure here. Okay, so now it's much harder for him to flatten me out, and I'm underneath him. Okay, I try and hang off him a little bit to put some weight through his hands. So now he has to carry my weight. Okay, I'm going to just push his knee. So this allows him to be a little bit more away from me, so he's not facing me. Because what he wants to do is come across my midline again and flatten me out. So what I want to do is once I get this, guys, I push this knee away. Okay, and now I'm going to come up on top and open out this knee here. So this is really strong, guys. Okay, so now it's going to be much harder for him to try and get on top and flatten me out. And I'm going to just pull him across, keep this hook. That's your basic entry, guys. Okay, so simple back take from here, guys. Of course, there's other ways of opening up this underhook. We ideally don't want to give up this underhook to do that, but if we do get it, structure, and now my whole unit, I pull him and I hang off him here. I keep this space and then I push his knee. So now he's heavy on his hands, okay? This leg comes up, I come up onto my elbow and then push my knee open, okay? Try and kill this elbow off, and now I want to slide away and I extend this leg here, ready to take his back. You okay with that? Yeah? So the key is opening the knee, and then I bring this knee out, so I base out with this knee. Makes it very hard for him to drive back over on top of me. Okay? Let's go. 3 minutes each. So the key is, obviously, if I want to try and take his back, I don't want his center line to be facing me. I don't want his mid-line to be facing me. So the way I do that, I try and get as much help from this as possible. Okay, so now he's got a lot of work to do that. And usually he'll try and posture a little bit, which actually pulls me up. Okay, so if I hang off him well, then he's already going to be taking a lot of my weight. And then when I come up, instead of being here, I want to come up here. Okay, so a few of you are in this position. And if you're not careful, then he'll get you back onto his hip onto your hip, and it will be it'll be hard work. So when I get this, and of course I can get my second hook here, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get his midline to face away from me, so I scoop my hips back, and I let him fall onto my bottom leg, okay? Ready to attack the choke, okay? So guys, now we're in the situation where, of course, I do this, and he knows what's coming, so he's gonna whizzer, okay? So now I don't have the ability to go on top, okay? We don't have the ability to go on top. I'm gonna come up like so, okay? I'm gonna drive in, and I'm gonna try and give him a little bit of body weight back towards him. Usually he'll drive back in towards me. So I've got to get this reaction from him. It doesn't work if I don't get a reaction. So when I come up, and I come up onto my knee, I'm gonna drive in, and now we're gonna close this elbow up, come on top, ready to pass, okay? If you can, try and drive the elbow over. 1, 2, go straight into the armbar from that whizzer position. So here, we've got this, and we're gonna come up, and I'm gonna drive this knee open and try and push into his far elbow and far hand. As he drives back in underneath me, I drop down and I face him here. Now, he's very light, okay? I underhook, I close, and I unhook as I come on top. As I do that, I drive him over, shin into his armpit, and then we've got the armbar. You see that again? You're okay. One time. So this, guys, we're here. I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna try and do this, I'm gonna try and drive him. If I can maybe even sweep him from here in this dogfight position. But we're gonna just go back underneath him. As I do that, I unhook, I wedge, and I've got this arm. Elbow, head, arm. So of course, guys, okay, if I end up in this position, I'm pushing him away, and I manage to get myself up into this elbow and here. I want to try and close this elbow so he can't base back out, okay? If he does base back out, guys, if he bases out with that hand, then I'm back into the same position. Okay, so I've got to be ready if he's a bit, yes. And now we're going to cut back up, ready to pass again. If I get this exposed, then I'm going to go back into our sequence, okay? So now, guys, how do we expose this heel? Like so, okay? So I've ended up here. I'm struggling to get up onto my elbow. So what we're going to do, guys, I want to pull him over me here. I can do that with a bump into his knee, and I'll knee him into the backside a little bit so he's heavy on this hand. I'm going to change. I'm going to hook this, and I'm going to bring this knee towards me. So now his midline is definitely facing away from me. His ability to fight me is very much compromised when his knee's away from me. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just straighten up, and I'm going to come up onto my shoulder and then onto my hand. I squeeze his leg together, and I control this knee. I don't want him to base out. Sometimes you'll be basing here, but I don't want him to be able to pull this leg out. Yes, exactly. So I've got to pinch this, and sometimes I'll control it here. Okay? I can, from this position, just drive him over and ready to pass like so. The key, guys, is different to what we've just done, which is coming up onto my elbow. So what we're actually doing now, guys, is going onto my shoulder, and then we're going to come up into our opposite knee. Okay, so you need much less space and much more movement, and it's your hips that do the movement here. I've got the underhook. I'm here, okay? So I'm pushing him away. I want to hook, and I need to get his hips facing away from me here. Okay, now I'm going to create a little bit of pressure. I straighten off this leg, and now I'm going to come up onto my knee. Okay, so it's this position, guys. On my shoulder, onto my knee. Now I control this leg. Control, cut, and ready to pass. Okay? This is the key movement. I straighten the leg. Once I've hooked the armpit, it makes him very light on that leg. So the knee comes up, and then I'll come up here. Wedge, and then I attack the far leg. Okay? Keep your underhook, keep your head on his chest. Okay, let's go. His center line needs to face away from me for him, you know, his whole ability, your own whole ability to fight somebody is based on him being in front of you, okay? We start changing the angle, my ability to fight him and his ability to fight me gets compromised, okay? So the midline control is really, really important, okay, in this. And I don't want his midline to face me because he's got gravity on his side, okay? So I want to push him away and then I want to be here. Of course I can build up in this position, but we're just teaching this, guys, okay? If you feel like you've got to compromise his hip, okay? If he's too strong here and he allows his knee to come up, yeah, exactly. So I want to try and expose this, and then it's going to be easier for me to come on top here, attack, and get that sweep, okay? Expose his ankle, bring his heel to his butt. So now he's going to whiz me. So this position, guys, okay? Squeezing my knees together. I don't want him to pull this leg out if I can help it. I often base here. If he's very, very strong, guys, he'll really try and flatten me out and put me on my back. Yes, okay? Put me on my back again. So I want to try and prevent this. So once I've got structure here, we fight. It's a dog fight position. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to limp arm my arm out and we take his back. Okay? So we're here, we're whizzing, we fight. I kick, punch out, sorry. And my arm's got to be loose. I just throw it out and then we're back into our ability to attack and take his back. Here, 1, 2, expose, come up onto my knee. I try and fight here. He bases out. Maybe he's really strong with this leg, so he bases out with that leg, so I can't reach it. Base out with that leg there. Yes. So now I'm never going to get that leg, right? I'm not going to win that lot. Pop, and we take his back. Okay? So I've got to get the feedback from him. Punch it out, limp arm, and take the back control. Okay? Let's go. One of the options that the guy on top has got is when he's losing the battle for this underhook, is for him to kick over on this side, okay? And try and find some space, get his elbow in, and then re-pummel back. Okay, so this is a common scenario where the guy feels like his back's exposed, and so he kicks over, so he's heavy on this side, and he tries to pass maybe this way, or to fight for an underhook, to come back round into a passing position. So I'm here, he gets a bit, yes, exactly, guys, okay? So what I've got to do, guys, is I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna try and open out my lapel and I'm gonna try and kick my arm under his leg, okay? So I'm gonna come in here and we try and get this lapel, okay? If I can, sorry. So here, as he does that, he's gonna kick back round. And guys, I can just kick up. I can kick up, control, and get this grip here, okay? I don't need to be, if you put your hips on the other side of my arm, yeah. Doesn't really matter which way I do this. I want to try and get this leg underneath to get this lapel fed, okay? Once I'm here, I'm in a pretty strong position, guys, okay? You just come in here, scramble, and go onto my knees here. Here, like so. Open up. I'm going to control and feed this lapel here. Now, he may go onto his other back over. Yeah? Okay, so in which case, we can maybe try and pull him out, go on top. So good grip, guys, okay? If I get the lapel in between his legs. Okay, so here, control. Here, I can underhook in this position. I'm in pretty strong position. I can even control this leg here, scramble up onto my knee. Okay? But usually I'm just doing it from this underhook position. Look here. Okay? Control, hook, and get it now. Okay? Let's go, guys. He kicks over, we pummel, feed the lapel under his arm, and then we scramble onto our knees. You kick and scramble onto your knees. Okay, let's go. 1, 2.